Although not a direct privacy feature, having multiple wallets with multiple accounts helps to obscure your coin holdings when making direct purchases or transacting with others. This, combined with using a new receive address for each transaction, makes it almost impossible to ascertain the amount in someone's wallet on an open blockchain. If you want full privacy on the Decred chain, you'll need to use the built-in coin mixing service coinshuffle++, which I'll demo in a future video. Accounts help you stay organised, and it makes it possible to distribute your coins into different pots, for example a savings account, a daily spending account and billings. So let's have a go at setting up a couple of accounts and distributing money between them. So first off, let's head on over to the account section. So this is our test wallet from before, and you'll notice we get given our primary account and an import account. So our primary account has currently got 0.04 in it. To create a new account, we can just press add new. We can enter our passphrase, and then we enter our name for our account. So I'm just going to call this savings, and then press continue. So let's just do one more as well. So we've got our primary. This is the one that gets set up automatically. You can see we've got our savings one, but we can have as many as we want here. And if you run a household, you know you probably have savings, billings, and other accounts to kind of manage your personal finances. And it's no different here. And it also helps obscure some of the values from other people, so you can spread out the amount of coins you hold over different accounts. Obviously, if you really want to obscure the amounts, you can have different wallets as well. And Decrediton also allows you to have as many wallets as you want, which is absolutely great. All loaded from one blockchain instance or one DCR instance, which is absolutely amazing. So let's just open up one more. So press add, and we'll do this one as a billing. So enter your password again, and then the account name. So let's say billing, and then press continue. Okay, so let's have a look inside. So if we click on the primary one, you'll notice you get some balances. So Decred allows you to have your balances in different positions depending on what you're doing with them, different locked positions or whether they're pending settlement, and it shows you all of them here. So you've got your total balance, which no matter which state the money is in, it will show up here. Then you have your spendable amount, so anything you can send and receive today, and then you have your immature rewards. So if you're staking and you're waiting for rewards, this is where it will show up here. This is the immature rewards, unspendable. This is your locked ticket amounts. So if you've got tickets, it will show up here and it'll show you how much is locked in a ticket. Your voting authority, so it shows you how much DCR is locked up and how much you can vote with. Obviously, the voting power is just one ticket per vote. Immature staking rewards, which I would imagine is very similar to the immature rewards there, so maybe that's for different purposes. And then finally, unconfirmed balances, so balances that are still in the mempool waiting to be received. We also have a couple of buttons here on the right hand side which allow us to rename the account and also show us our public key for this particular account. So if you click on this, you do get a public key that you can write down as part of your password, but it will only be for that account. So obviously your seed for the wallet itself will show up all of your accounts, whereas this hidden public key will just show up this account if you entered that. It is a good idea that you can rename. So if you wanted to rename, you just click on the rename account and then you could rename it here. So if you weren't happy with it being called primary, you could change it to default or whatever you want, nice and easy, and then just press rename. I'm happy with default, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So the next thing is, how do we move money between accounts? So as you can see, I've got most of my money here in the primary account, and I've got savings and I've got billing that I want to move between. If we head on over to the on-chain transactions, we then get our send amounts and our receive amounts, and all of these can be determined by account. So this area here allows you to click on the drop down and see all of your accounts. Now, as our default account is the only one with any balance, I believe the other ones won't show up. So let's just send some money to another account. So if we click on this button here, we can send all funds from a selected account, or we can just send some funds to another account. So let's just click on this one first and then say, okay, how much do we want to send? So I'm going to say 0.01. And then we say, okay, which account do we want to send it to? So let's send it to our savings. And this is an on-chain transaction, so you will have to pay a fee for this. So moving between wallets is not a free action, it is actually an on-chain event. So let's just press send. Once again, we need to put our password in to confirm the send. and then we just press continue. So once you're happy, just press accept, and then that will start the process. And now that's gone on chain, and we can check that by going to the overview. So all the time it's in the mempool, it will show up like this. And because it's a wallet to wallet transfer or an account to account transfer, it does look slightly different. So self-transfer. So we will have to wait for one confirmation. So if we click on this, we can actually go into the transaction and see how it's going. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes for that confirmation. If you click on the transaction, it will open up DCR data and show you the progress that's being made. While we wait for that transaction to clear, let's do the next one. So if we head back onto accounts, you'll see now that we've got some money in savings and we've got some money in the primary account. So let's populate the billing account as well. So we head back on to the on-chain transactions, and then this time we want to receive some money. So if we click on the receive button, and then we can choose the account that we want to receive it from. So because we've got nothing in billing, let's receive it to billings. Now remember, every time you have an on-chain transaction, it will create a brand new receive address for you. If you're not happy with this, you can click on the generate new address and it will create a new one for you. Once you're happy, you can press the copy or you can press the QR code, depending on how you want to send your address to the person receiving. So if you're just sending it to somebody, you might want to send someone a text message with this in saying send you some money. Because I'm doing it with the Trust Wallet, I'm just going to bring up my QR code and I'm going to head on over to my Trust Wallet. Now, on my Trust Wallet, I can just say, right, I want to send. And it says, what address do I want to send to? So if I click on this little minus icon, it will bring up my camera and I can just point my camera towards the QR code. And then I can say maximum amount. And then if I'm happy, I can just press next. And then just check the details to make sure it's going to the right place. Make sure you're spending the right amount on the network fees. And then once you're happy, you can press confirm. Okay, in a couple of seconds, that will come through. So let's just close this. We'll leave the Trust Wallet open so you can see the transaction happening. And if we head back onto the overview page, we should see that we've got two transactions happening now. We've got the wallet to wallet transaction, which shows up in this gray. And then we've got the receiving transaction that shows up in this green. And obviously if you're sending money, it will show up in the red. It's just saying it's minusing. So it's quite nice. The little icons do help things. So we'll just wait for both of these transactions to clear, and because they're going to both go into the same block, they should clear together. And there we have it, both complete at the same time, so both went into the same block, which is absolutely great. So let's head back over to the accounts page, and you'll now see that we should have money in our primary account, money in our savings account, and money in our billings account. And once again, if you want to toggle to see what's actually happening, it will show you here. So you see we've got total amount of 0.14, spendable amount of 0.14 as well. So just one last thing that I want to show. Let's just do one more transaction where we move all of the money from one account to another. So if we head back to the on-chain transactions and we look at this send tab again, now when we pull down this button now, you'll notice that all three accounts show up, and this is because we obviously have money in the account. So we can say, right, we're going to send all of our savings to our billing account. So what do we want to do? We want to first choose the account, then come over to this button. It says, right, send all funds from selected account. So then that will populate this area here with everything that's spendable. And then finally, send funds to another account. When you click on this button, it will actually bring it up in this area here, and we can then choose our billing account. So we say, right, we're going to send it to our billing. So it says, right, we're going to send from our savings. We're going to send all of the amounts, 100% of the balance, and we're going to send it all to the billing. Once we're happy, we can just press the send button, and we can enter our password again. And then once we're happy, we can just press continue, and then verify by pressing accept, and we're good to go. So once again, if we head on over to the overview, we'll notice our transaction pops up. That was a bit of a delay there. Pops up, and then we just have to wait for it to enter into a block again. So there you go. That's how you create accounts in Decrediton.